Hello everyone, welcome to a one-off airport update here of Terminal 4 at Cancún International Airport. You may know I was just here recently, and seems like a pretty cool little terminal here, so figured might as well do an airport update here. So they get a bunch of airlines in here, Eurowings Discover, Air France, Turkish Airlines, WestJet, Southwest, Frontier, Aeromexico, what have I not mentioned? JetBlue, Sun Country, of course. This is the terminal that we flew in. Air Transat. So yeah, they get a ton of airlines in here and a lot of diversity as well. So really cool terminal here, as you can just see, like going down this little line up here. So I believe it is the newest terminal at Cancun. It was pretty modern. But this is kind of like an overview of what it looks like. I believe there are like 14 gates there, I'm pretty sure. And it's either 13 or 14. Anyways, we'll begin over here. We have the Southwest Airlines 737-700. This one came in from Austin. We'll be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. Here we have the Southwest Airlines 737-800, which came in from Baltimore, and you'll be heading out to let's see. So this one's heading out to Houston Hobby. Right here we have the Eurowings Discover A330-200. This one is on the turn from Frankfurt. Just pulling in over here, we have this JetBlue for good A320, which is coming in from New York JFK, and will later have continuing service on to Fort Lauderdale. Looks like you might have to wait a little bit for a gate, though. Well, there might be one opening up with the Frontier pushback over here. Our next aircraft here is the Air France 777-300. Haven't been able to use this model in a while. Good to get this one back in an airport update here. This is actually parked right next to us as we came in on our Sun Country flight. Parked right next to the Air France 777. That was pretty cool. This one, of course, is doing the turn from Paris Charles de Gaulle. Here we have the Southwest 737-700. This is in the Kenya Blue livery with splits. This one came in from, I don't know what's left here for this. There are a ton of Southwest flights, so I know there are plenty left. Yeah, Southwest, they do a lot of the operations here in Terminal 4. They have a lot of flights coming into Cancun. We'll just say this one's coming in from Houston Hobby once again. I'm not really sure. There are definitely other cities, but I can't think of any at the top of my head, and we'll say this one's heading out to Chicago O'Hare. That one is a service, so sorry to AS Aviation, who's opposed to Southwest takeover of O'Hare. Well, not really takeover, but their growing presence at O'Hare. And this is one of their flights here, international flight to Cancun from Chicago O'Hare. Here we have the JetBlue A320. This is in the Mosaic tail. And this one came in from Tampa. We'll be heading out to Boston. Here we have the Frontier A321 Cubby the Bear. This one came in from Chicago O'Hare, and you'll be heading out to St. Louis. Right here we have the Sun Country 737-800. This one is, of course, doing the turn from Minneapolis, St. Paul. Looking very nice. And here we have the WestJet 737-800, which came in from Toronto, and we'll just say that one's on the turn. They also fly to Calgary, and I think also, we'll just say this one's heading out to Vancouver. Or no, is the Edmonton or Vancouver? I forgot which one. Because they fly to, I know they fly to Toronto for sure, and Calgary for sure. I think Calgary and Toronto, I think they both might be on the 787 as well as the 737. But I think they also do flights to Edmonton and maybe Vancouver. But we'll just say they're having it to Edmonton because I'm pretty sure they do that one. And then here we have the Frontier A320neo in the Poppy the Prairie Dog tail. This one is just pushed back for Denver. Then we have the Aeromexico 737 MAX 8, which came in from Mexico City. And this one just heading back out there. I think that might be the only route that Aeromexico does here out of Cancun, Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico City. That's the only one that I saw, at least. I looked at Flight Radar, just kind of a brief glance just before this. I'm doing a lot of these off of memory from what I saw there, but I only saw Mexico City for Aeromexico, so that's a little bit interesting. There's a lot more like Volaris and Viva Aerobus here. Next up here we have the Air Transat A330-200. This one is just taxiing out for the service out to Montreal. It came in from Toronto. Here we have the Alaska Airlines A321neo, and this is in the Mortal Love livery, which came in from LAX, Los Angeles, and is currently taxiing out for Seattle. Here we have the Sunwing, Fly Sunwing 737-800. This is in their newer livery. Sunwing also has quite a few operations out of here, which is pretty cool to see. Model I don't get to use very often. This one came in from St. John's. That's actually a route that they have, St. John's, which is pretty cool. We're heading out to Toronto. A lot of Toronto flights. Here we have the Copa Airlines 737-800. This is in the MLB livery. And this livery doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. Although it is very nice. Definitely one to keep. This one's taxiing out for the flight out to Panama City, of course. And then right here we have the Volaris A321neo. And this one is just beginning its takeoff roll for Monterrey. So yeah, that's it here for Terminal 4 and a little bit of taxiway over there in the runway. Pretty cool terminal here, pretty cool facilities. Right in here, this area should probably be a little bit bigger, but it's not supposed to be super accurate. But right here they have like a really cool duty-free section. I'll probably show some more of it in the trip report, so stay tuned for that. That should be coming out in like a little bit more than a week, I'd say. I'm not really sure when that will be coming out, but let's just say in about a week. I don't have an upload schedule or anything, but yeah, stay tuned for the trip report for the Sun Country flight that flew out of Cancun to MSP. And yeah, that's about it for this terminal. Really cool one though, here in Cancun, and got some good spotting in. If you saw the spotting video, it was fun to do some spotting around here. Because we get some airlines in here that I don't normally get to see, and some aircraft as well. So that's really nice to see. But yeah, that'll do it for our quick airport update here. So I hope you enjoyed this quick update, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.